All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Wack-it Garage. My name is Angus Wacker, and here I have Kevin from Junkyard Digs.
Hello.
We are about to show you a video on how to linseed oil an older vehicle. Now, it's not the preferred method of bringing out the shine in your paint, but it's a cheap and quick way to get it done.
It is a method.
It's a method. So what we have here is my 1961 Chevy Apache 30, 1-ton, 2-wheel drive.
I've
Patina.
always wanted to do this on a vehicle, and this is a perfect candidate. If you plan on painting your vehicle at any point, not a good call. But if it's something like this, where it's an old grain truck, and obviously we're never going to do any body work on it, linseed oil is a perfect way to preserve your patina. So we're going to see how that works today. It's a bit of an experiment, a bit of how-to, all in one.
All right, let's get started. All right, so the steps to linseed oiling an old paint job is to, first off, you just got to get it clean. You take it to the car wash, or you can clean it in your garage. Just soap and water. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just get that layer of dirt off. You don't have to get all the oxidation off. And for what we're doing, we're not even going to worry about the rust that's still on this thing because, well, this is just going to sort of preserve it. Just give it a little more shine, give it a little more color.
That wet look, as if it just got rained on, hopefully.
Yep.
So, you definitely want to make sure there's nothing in between you and what's left of the paint. No dirt, no debris, no oils. Well, step two.
Step two.
Step one, clean. Step two.
Well, step two is a lot like waxing or washing with just a formula. You're gonna spread it over a small area. Don't just like glob it all over the whole truck all at once. Just do a small area, like maybe half this hood section to start with, just get a feel for it. You just pour it out throughout the surface area, and then you take a clean rag. Don't go into your sock drawer and pull out a sock you just went to the gym with, because that's just gross. You're gonna take that clean rag and you're gonna spread it out evenly, and you're gonna sort of do a waxing motion. You're gonna wax on and just sort of buff the paint out. You're gonna get all the oxidation out, and you're gonna rub that oil into the paint and help it rejuvenate itself, because this older paint was oil-based. It's not the best stuff, but it is hard. Like, this is some hard paint.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't flake off, it wears off.
Yep. So you're just gonna rub it all over an area, let it sit for about a minute, and then you're gonna take a different clean rag, which Kevin is holding there, and then you're gonna wipe it down again. Don't put any more on, just wipe off the excess. It's gonna be a lot like staining a piece of wood.
Yep.
You don't want to leave a residue, because after a while, if you leave too much residue on it, it's going to gum up, get sticky, and it's just going to stay sticky and dry up uneven. And then you're going to get all sorts of dirt and stuff stuck to it. And that's why a lot of folks don't prefer this method to keeping patina, because, you know, if you look on the forums, they just say, man, it just gets gummy and it's gross and it's awful.
Because they're doing too much at once.
Doing too much at once, and they're not getting off the excess. It's like a lot of things. Some people don't like it, but that's only because they do it wrong.
Yep. Hey, carburetors are like that.
Carburetors are a lot like that.
What do you know? It's the carburetors of paint.
All right, well, this is probably the first time you're actually seeing my face, and I'm pretty sorry about that, but it is what it is. So, like we said before, your second step after cleaning it is you're just gonna take your bottle of linseed oil and you're gonna pour it on a small area. It doesn't have to be really even, just spread it out, you know, get it roughly over the area you want to cover. And then immediately after, you're gonna want to take your rag, keep it from running off the sides. Just gonna want to spread it out like you're washing it down. Get in all the corners, get in all the dents, spread it out nice and even. Make sure you don't have any runs. And then you're just gonna take your rag, which is now probably thoroughly coated in the oil, and you're just gonna buff it. It's gonna be a lot like waxing. Just gonna buff it, rub it in.
And you can see right away that that's pulling out a whole new shine to this truck. This thing's gonna look good. It's pulling out all the deeper blacks from the paint that were hidden before. And that bright orange rust that's on the surface is now a
character.
Yeah, a whole new color. This is good.
All right, once you get the area that you want to get done covered, you're gonna let it sit, air out for a minute or so. But then you're gonna come back. You're gonna want to go back over it with a clean rag, get off any excess, because otherwise, like we said, it's just gonna gum up, get nasty. It's already nasty enough as it is. It's a good thing I got my tetanus shot.
So you'll know when this comes off, right? Because you won't be able to pick it up with your fingers.
Yep, and like my hands are already coated with it.
Yeah,
Fair warning, you're gonna smell like this stuff for 2 days.
Yeah, it's not a terrible smell.
No, it's way better than the smell inside.
You should just dump it all inside. Do the dash.
Oh, I did. These bottles don't seal very well, and you get a bunch on the lid. Knocked it over, and now it's all over the floor.
Does it smell good in there?
It smells like linseed oil.
Okay, so it's been a minute. I can kind of feel it's starting to get a little tackier. So
we're just gonna take that clean rag, and after a while, it's gonna get dirty, but that's all right. Just gonna run back over it.
Pick up all the excess.
Get up all the excess. We're just gonna keep saying that. Get the excess. You're gonna regret it if you don't. And you're gonna start seeing it spread a little more, and that's all right. Just be sure to get it picked up. And just keep buffing until your arm falls off, or maybe just before.
You can see where he's still got a little bit in his rag, but I don't know if you can. I saw it in person, but as he came over this edge, it literally lifted the sheen off. So he's definitely picked that up. So yeah, coming in here, starting to get closer to our finished product. It really pulled these blacks out from the blue, the primer base, and that looks freaking amazing in my opinion.
And once you're finished cleaning it off, just go back over, rough over the edge, fade it out, so that way when you go on for your next area, you can fade it back in. Don't want any definitive lines so people can say, oh, he waxed right there, and then you have to say linseed oil, and then they ask you, why'd you do that?
Yeah,
just
no
questions avoided.
So then I'll even come over with one more rag that's even cleaner than that after this sits for another couple minutes, and do one more time. So you got 3 rags. Apply, initial remove, final remove. And then
hide that thumb. Don't need that thumb.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep going on this, and we'll kind of bring you guys along for the ride. If we figure out any more tricks or anything that you should know, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll figure anything out here.
Yeah.
All right, so just to recap, Kevin and I just finished up linseeding the whole hood. Pardon me, words escape me most of the time. I only speak this language, it's all right. But not sure if you can see it. It's a really bright day today, but God, it looks good. It's a light blue, but it did somehow get better. I'm sure you can tell the difference between the hood and that fender. The oxidation is just insane on that, but the hood, well, it's like an almost, not quite, but almost new hood.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I bet you could switch this out with one of the dealership, no one would know.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't even be able to tell. No, this pig nose hood for a brand new Chevy hood, they'd never notice.
Never noticed. And surprisingly enough, I was expecting, like, I buffed the van the other day, and I was like, this body's really straight. And I buffed it, and I was like, this body's full of dents. But this is just flat enough of a color. It doesn't catch all the dents in the light. Like, I didn't even know this one right here. You can't even see this one. So it actually, it's like the perfect amount. Would suggest. If you're never planning on painting something, would suggest.
So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. I've already done the hood. We're gonna do the doors, the quarters, the grill, the bumper. Gonna show you all that. And real quick, a couple of days ago, I went back to the flatbed and I did these black sides on the opposite side. So this one isn't done yet. It's got a lot of rust on top where a wood bed sat, but right at that joint. It looked exactly the same, covered it with linseed oil. You can't even tell from 10 feet away. It's a 10-foot show car already.
That surprised me because that's some really porous rust right here.
Yep.
And it's still absorbed all that oil in.
It's pitted, like it was flaking off onto the rag, but from a distance, it looks great. Really blackened it up. Works great on the dark paint. Did a little on the wood. This wood is just.
Did you do these too?
Just trashed. Yeah, I did. The start of all the runners.
There's a good example right there. Even in that porous of rust, it still just soaks up that oil.
Yep, it's amazing. And it rained yesterday. Like, it rained all day yesterday. It was just pouring on this thing, and it still looks wet. Like, it looked this good when I first put it on, and it still looks good.
Now we should go to mention that, much like a wax, it's not a permanent solution. You will have to reapply. I don't know how long it will last though. We'll find out.
Yep. And once we reapply it, we'll put up an update video just to show you how long it lasted and how well it lasted. Did it fade off on the corners first? Did it fade evenly? Was it splotchy? You know, we don't know. So we're just gonna find out. For those of you who are inevitably gonna be upset about these brand new wood sides, don't worry. There's a plan. It's not a great plan, but there's a plan. So this is not the end. It's just something to hold those freaking tires in, keep people from freaking out as much, you know, even though they're freaking out because they're near this giant rolling piece of tetanus. Well, something that we just noticed, and we didn't really fully expect it, but we kind of knew it was gonna happen, was we get under this hood and it's all rust stained, like the paint just sits there and rust just spreads out flat. So you can see all this discoloration, but you can also see the streaking, and that's from us just going over it with the rags with a little bit of pressure. And if you just buff the hell out of it, the color just starts coming back. So it's basically working just as good as a rubbing compound, and it'll still give us that shine. So we're gonna keep doing this all the way around the inside of the hood. Give it that extra little bit of color right before you open it and see all the lack of color.
You can see here he's pulled off that stain, and here it still exists. Before, after. That's just like what, 10 seconds of work. What you just saw there.
It was amazing.
So
and that will probably last. Like those stains aren't coming back for another, how long has it been? 50, 60 years?
Yeah, no, this will stay this way. It's gonna lose its shine, but it's gonna get rid of it. That's clean now.
You know, it's hard to find good help these days. You don't pay a man and he doesn't work. It's crazy. Here you
Payment,
go.
please. Ah, yes.
Label facing out and everything.
Back to it.
Yep, didn't get very far. We're just really thirsty. It's only like 65 degrees, but
that's straight up summer in Iowa.
yeah, it's been a cold
This
winter.
is actually the preferred time of the year, because anything beyond this, you're dying because it's so hot.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Hey, boiled linseed oil works on chrome. Look at that. Now it's a Chevy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it used to be just a shit. Now we've got the Chevrolet out. It's been a long day. And oh, Jesus.
You can definitely notice when it's been oiled, because your fingers they don't slide across it easy, but they'll.
You feel it. It feels
Yeah,
wet.
It's you know.
You know.
You know.
You know.
You will know when you do it. You'll know.
Yeah. So go do it.
Yeah, go do it. You know what else you should go do? You should go subscribe right here in this channel to Wack-it Garage down below. Hit that link. Hit the subscribe button for me. You know.
Hit it for Kevin. Do it for Kevin.
Do it for me. If you guys are here from my channel, I'm very proud of you. Thank you. Make sure you go subscribe to Angus. We're going to try to get him off the ground, get him to be one of the Rust Avengers. Because as you can see, he likes to avenge rust and prevent it. But he's definitely one of us. Make sure you guys go subscribe, hit the bell down there, leave a like, leave a comment, la-di-da.
All right. To finish off this video, we just got the whole cab done, and I just want to say I'm really happy that it didn't come with an actual truck bed, because that would have taken a year to finish, or 79 if you're Kevin. But I think it turned out really well. You guys saw how the hood transformed. It brought out the darker patches in the paint where it's been wearing through, and it just looks cock. Did the bumper, did the grill, shined up pretty nice for what it was. Still got these dents with all the rust holes in it. Still got some staining. Still got a lot of pitting. Like it's not going to eliminate the rust, but it's just going to shine it up, make it presentable. You can be proud of it driving around town. So if you're looking for a relatively quick way to shine up your old car or truck, just make it presentable, not necessarily a show car, just save a little bit of the patina, give it a little bit of extra shine. I think this is a great way to go. As with anything, it can go wrong if you do it wrong, but if you follow the steps that we pointed out, it turns out great. I missed a few spots, I'll admit, I did it a little wrong, but I was fully expecting that, and next time I know what to do just a little bit better. This is all a learning experience, isn't it? All right. Once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment if you saw anything interesting. If I missed something or you think that there's something I could have done better, feel free to leave a comment. As always, like and subscribe on Kevin's page, Junkyard Digs. And hopefully I'll be doing more videos with him and Thunderhead 289. Just bringing back cool stuff. So, for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.